Hi guys, welcome to OneNext Labs. In today's topic, we are going to discuss about questions related to map visualization. If you just go through the desktop specialist guide about maps, there is only one line, that is create a map using geographical data, and here assign a geographical role to a data field. Okay, so there will be only one question based on maps, one or two questions, mostly one question based on maps. So the weightage will be just based on one question. It can be either theoretical or practical. Okay, so already I have posted a video on maps in detail in my channel. You can also go through that. Okay, or else you can just prepare the basic things about the map visualizations. Okay, so when you are connecting to any data source, you will be having certain geographical fields. Okay, so and these geographical fields should be assigned to a geographical role. So you can see here, these are the geographical roles. So if it is country, the role should be set to country, and if it is state, it should be set to state, like that. Any geographical field you are having, the corresponding geographical roles need to be set. Okay, and when you are connecting to any data source, if there is at least only one geographical field, you will be seeing two generated fields. One is latitude generated and another one is longitude generated. These fields are mainly used to map the geographical dimensions in your views. Okay, so you should at least have one geographical field. Only in that cases you could see this two generated fields. See, there may be a question based on this also. Okay, and there are two types of maps. One is symbol maps, another one is field maps. Okay, so when you are creating a map, there are two ways you can create a map. One way is you have to place your longitude and latitude in the columns and rows, and then you have to place the corresponding field. In case state means, drag the state to the detail section. Okay, so this will also create a map. This is called as symbol map. Else directly you can double click on the geographical field and change to a filled map. This is filled map. So this is symbol map. This one is filled map. Okay. So only these two things were mentioned in the certification guide. Okay, so only they have mentioned, not very detail about maps they are not going to ask, because it is a basic desktop level certification. So they will be just asking whether questions related to assigning a geographical role to a data field or creating a map using the geographical data. Okay, so we don't have any other things related to maps here. Okay, so now let's discuss few questions based on maps. So using the southern region sheet of South Superstore data, which state bordering Misapi had the highest sales? Okay, so they are asking which state bordering Misapi had the highest sales. Okay, so I have connected to the southern region sheet only. So now we have already created a map on the states. Okay, let me turn on the label. Okay, so if you see here, Florida has the highest sales, right? Among these data, the Florida has the highest sales. But if you read the question well, they have mentioned which state bordering Misapi had the highest sales. So we have to look for the state bordering of Misapi. So here is a Misapi, and if you look for the state bordering, so in connected to Misapi, which has the highest sales, is, so if you don't know about the borders, you can go to the map, click on the map layers, and you can look for the state borders. See, you have the country borders, the state provisional borders. Okay, so you can click here. So among these, so this one, let me remove the filter again. So when we look at this, so we have this one, no, Alabama. Compared to these one, the Florida is not coming in the Mississippi borders. Georgia has the sales, but we don't have Georgia here. So the answer should be Tennessee. Okay. So this is the correct answer. Okay. So without reading the question, if you just read like which has the highest sales, you may choose Florida. But read the question properly. So they have mentioned like state bordering Mississippi. If you see the state bordering Mississippi, again Georgia has the highest sales, but we don't have Georgia in the answers list. So the next option is we have only Tennessee, so which we have to select it. Okay. So let's go to the next question. Open the flight data and assign a geographical role for airport code as airport. Add the airport code to the view and drag the airport name to the label mark. Which airport shown on the map is closest to the Hartsfield-Jackson, Atlanta? Okay, so let's do one by one. So I have already connected to the flights dataset. Let me drag the flights. Assign the geographical role for the airport code. Okay, so it is in the string, so we have to assign the geographical role as airport. So they have mentioned to assign the role as airport. Add the airport code to the view. So just double click on it. Airport name to the labels. Which airport shown on the map is closest to the Hartsfield-Jackson, Atlanta? So first we have to find where is that particular airport. So here. So which airport shown on the map is closest? So if you see closest, if you find the distance, so Dallas is the distance, Orlando International. So the closest one is Charlotte Douglas International Airport. So the answer should be D. Okay. See here we have assigned a geographical role. So the question is based on assigning the geographical role and then creating the map. Let's go to the third question. If a Tableau workbook does not include the fields latitude generated, longitude generated, this indicates which of the following? Okay. That is, when you are connecting to a data source and you are not finding latitude generated, longitude generated, what does it mean? So the workbook does not include a map. The workbook does not include any field with geographical role of state, city, country or zip code. Does not include custom geocoding or location or ambiguous or unknown. Okay. So here the option is B. As I already told you, when you connect to any data source, only if you have at least one geographical field, you would be able to see the latitude and longitude generated fields. Okay. If there is no field corresponding to geographical fields, then there won't be latitude or longitude generated. So the answer is B. Okay. So with respect to maps, you just need to prepare only these things. So you should know about the latitude and longitude generated, how to create a symbol map and a field map, and how to assign a geographical role. If you just prepare this, you can easily clear that one question which will be asked on the maps. Okay. And also guys, when you are creating a map, suppose when I am creating the maps, so there may be questions related to this also. So when I get unknown, okay, so what should I do? Okay, so either you have to go to the edit location and you have to change to this corresponding country or a state. Okay. So now see, you are getting the map. Okay, or else suppose here if I am creating a state map and if I get as unknown locations, okay, so one way is editing location, other way is you can also place a hierarchical geographical values to the detail section. For example, if state means if I place country on the detail also, see the corresponding location will be correctly mapped. Okay, so there are two ways in order to edit the locations when it is showing unknown. So keep this also in your mind. There may be questions related to this also. Okay, I hope you are clear with these two concepts related to maps. Thanks for listening. Thank you.